I know you guys wanted boss fights, and I have brought you a boss fight. Groudon PL 16. I think we can all agree that's about right. Complication. It is a Pokemon, it is type weaknesses. In this case, attacks involving water, attacks from plants, or attacks using cold temperatures. That is, until we get to Primal Groudon, in which case its weaknesses become dirt and water, but with 4 times the weakness to water instead of 2. Stats. My usual go-to is to chop off the last digit of the corresponding stat, and in most cases that satisfies me. Here, I chose to reallocate some out of necessity, and as to the stats that would set a Pokemon apart as an individual, awareness, intellect, and presence, I usually leave these at 0 for Pokemon since we're talking about a species, as I've done here. Groudon, however, is thought to be unique. Pay no attention to the fact that one could stumble across a shiny variant, and it's therefore arguable that a little more presence is in order. I settled for Intimidation and Status though, but that comes later. Both its regular height and its primal height can be covered with 4 ranks of growth. We talked about type weaknesses earlier, but we get the trade-off of resistances. That is, having Roundup and rocks thrown at it, and full immunity to electricity. This Titan is Static Shock's worst nightmare. I believe this is the first time I've used the environment power. Drought is supposed to create a sunny and warm environment, which does different things for different people, most commonly powering up heat-based attacks, though Pokemon do have one move called Solar Beam, which would be a 2-turn attack, unless it's sunny out. Non-Pokemon characters might experience different effects, but that's a discussion for another time. Pokemon are generally thought to come with 4 moves, but we're going to take 2. Precipice Blades, a lore-accurate Groudon, would be straight up geokinetic. But this is what we're going to take this time. Range damage 12, can hit multiple foes, Indirect. It comes up out of the ground, Eruption. I had to hesitate giving it 15 power, but it does come with a good quirk. Rank decreases as Groudon takes damage, 1 rank for each Toughness penalty. The Game Master will have to strategize carefully. Let's talk about that super form. I didn't write the final stats of Primal Groudon on the earlier block, because after growth, that's too many numbers. We're going up to 18 strength, plus 2 in dodge and parry, an increase in special attack and Psy-type attack bonus, so Eruption has plus 3. Drought becomes its alternate effect, Desolate Land. We're up to intense heat, more resistances, and this is all removable. Much like Mega Stones, this form is item based, and can be stolen from Groudon, giving a more manageable foe. That being said, Feature 3. The Red Orb only works on Groudon. The player could be a lower level Groudon though, or the party's Stephen Strange might crack the code as it were and make it into something that can affect others in the party. After all this, I figured all its presence checks are either rooted in its intimidation or its base status if you do use this as a boss. Make its underlings other ground type Pokemon, and its 1 point of equipment is likely a volcano or mountain.